We got ArtUser on the top left, playing under ya 2.
You know, like I think there's a psychological aspect to that. Like if I wanted to ladder and I came up against a user whose name was ya too.
Square.
Yeah, I feel like it would damage me before I even started playing.
Like, you think that screen name is supposed to be intimidating?
Yeah, I think just something about it.
Yeah.
Pato said it better than I could.
Me and Pato have similar tastes. We both like the player Wawa, Jojo. I like Buck Guy.
So we get a BBS here. Is that what we got?
Or he's messing up.
No, he wants a BBS. He wants the rush.
Pato, who's better, Dandy or Terroru? You have to pick one.
At this exact moment, I believe Dandy is playing better than Terror.
Wow. Both are incredible players.
Yeah.
The best Terrans outside of Korea, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair to say that they're both the best.
Colgate is really good, but he's rusty right now, so...
Well, Colgate is a very, very talented player, so he could be the best, but, well, he has other priorities right now.
Right, it's a father.
So yeah, for example, so that's quite difficult for him to achieve any goals relating to StarCraft. But he was streaming for some time, so he made us like.
Oh my god.
He made us he made us think that he was going to maybe start playing again, but he stopped. So that was just a wish from us.
All right, I think ArtUser is dead. Does he look pretty dead?
Well, the BBS has the uphand. If the other player doesn't scout it and they do a 12 hatch, they are already dead. But since ArtUser did pull first build order, he's not necessarily dead. It all depends on the micro.
So yes, he now sees it. This is the first time, and I guess you move out with BBS when you have 5 Marines and 2 SPs.
Yeah, so he has to pull out his drones and to micro like a god, but a normal player will be dead right now. But since he is a
he looks pretty dead to me right now.
Since he is a Korean semi-pro, I could say that maybe he can hold it. Okay, so
Terroru kind of got trapped.
Yeah, but he's making a lot of damage. I believe he killed a lot of drones.
Yeah, he did.
So maybe we can call it even. He has 7 drones against. Yeah. So it was a nice engage, but by ArtUser, we have to give him that. But maybe he lost too many drones now, and the bunker is finished. So I'm guessing Terroru won the first match. He's going to win the first match.
Yeah, he looks pretty dead. Oh, a bunker behind the mineral line.
Yeah, that's nasty.
I like these lings though. They seem to be cutting off reinforcements, and I was wondering why Terroru went into the main and not just attacked the natural. Uh-oh.
Whoa. Oh, how unlucky for Terror. So speed just kicked in, so maybe the game will continue because Starling with speed just destroy Marines.
That's the counter to BBS? Oh my god.
Yep, GG.
I didn't see that.
It was a nice try.
A little careless there, because he felt like he could have salvaged that. If he after he lost that bunker, if he tried to posture a little more defensively.
The first bunker went down, right?
Yeah, but maybe he already saw the writing on the wall.
Once you get a few Zerglings in your base, I guess you're dead, right?
Well, yeah. because like you don't have production, right?
Well, your barracks are in the middle of the map. You have low SCV count, and he has the expansion plus links. He has map control. Is really, even though you could hold it, he has too of a big advantage to go on with the game.
Yeah.
Why attack the main and not the natural? Because if you go in the main, you're kind of sandwiched in between two hatcheries that can make lings or sunkens.
Well, they can cancel the hatchery to buy time, so they will receive less damage, and they will still have more drones workers than
what
you.
if they don't cancel? Would you build your bunker outside the natural, or would you go into the main like Terroru did?
Well, I will go to the main because it's the same paradox as in 12 Nexus. If you don't kill any probes, you can lose your Nexus and be okay, because then you will counter attack. If you are investing too much in being over aggressive, you are in a deficit that you need to balance. If they don't lose any workers, you just lost a couple of minerals that they already lost when they invest in attacking so desperately.
I guess when you take out the natural instead of going in the main too, the problem is their main they can tech up. I don't know.
They can tech. They have the drones. They don't have to build any more drones because they are already saturated, and they will have speed links and a tech advantage while you will have your two barracks in the middle of the map. So and you will have a very low worker count. So that makes a big difference because you will have either to expand yourself, that you will not have any tech for a long time and you're very susceptible to die, or you will have to tech yourself. But teching yourself, it will take more time because you have, again, a very low worker count. He had 8 SCVs. 8. Imagine to build a refinery. What he has to put 3 on gas, 5 on the minerals. That's insane.
What did Terroru do wrong there? Was he didn't do anything wrong, and it was just
no, it's a micro game.
Micro.
No, ArtUser did engage properly. Plus, it was a micro battle. When you invest in a build order like that, it's always about the micro, about how you engage. And remember that ArtUser did a pull first build order, so he already have links before Terroru arrived to his base. So that gives him a little edge to defend himself. If ArtUser would have opened the 12 hatch, he would be dead with that build order, 100%. No matter if it would be Queen playing, it's a build order win. That's the thing. So Terror gambled that ArtUser was going to go 12 hatch, which he didn't, and he out-microed him. It was an even fight. He still had to engage like really good, and he had a really good engage, and he won. It was experience.
So this is a best of 5, I believe. Is there a reason why Terroru chose to BBS the first game of the set? Is it more of like a surprise thing if you do it the first game instead of like after a tie?
No, but you always you start like a gentleman, right? Or you start doing a normal standard safe build order.
Right.
I wouldn't expect the other guy to just
that's what I was thinking.
me or center gate me. I don't know. I wouldn't
so it's
expect
smart.
it unless it's, I don't know, a user that I know that always rush or play very aggressive, like I know goes to dark, that I always expect the cheese. If it wasn't like an example like that, I will play standard, and playing standard is 12 hatch, and 12 hatch is a below the loss against BBS.
Well, Pato, I have a new map for you, which is all about the cheese. But
Oh,
it's where the use map settings gives you the cheese because there's a storm, and it'll push you towards the center of the map. And if you don't move all your buildings and all your units, they will all get blown up immediately.
Is this what the donation was for?
Yes.
yes.
So it'll force
love it.
close combat or cheese with starting your buildings in the center of the map. Because otherwise they get blown up.
And you've designed this yourself.
Of course.
Is this Discord is a wonderful community member who has brought you Infested Terran show matches and Bad Map, and this is his latest invention, I guess. We'll organize some show matches on that. Alright, so we're going into game 2 of Terroru versus ArtUser, a semi-pro Korean, on Fighting Spirit. Cross positions. Terroru's BBS last game didn't work out, so I wonder if he's gonna play straight up and go man to man. I really respect Terroru because he's always streaming and he's always gaming and he puts in long hours.
He's a hard worker.
He's a really nice guy. Like, I've never seen him tilt or be intense or disrespect. Big
No.
Terroru fan.
Yeah, I am as well. He's a great guy.
But is he doing something weird this game? Supply
No, it's
depot?
pretty much standard. In that position, you can close your entrance with 2 supplies and a barrack. So he's probably doing a 1 racks expansion into fast engineering blade +1 and 3 racks more, like 4 racks +1. It's
Do you know
pretty
why
standard.
he chose this for this position on this map?
Because if you spawn on that position, you can do a tight wall, a link tight wall. So you have no trouble or no danger in getting all in or getting like harassed with links. So you can save money from the marine production and invest it on a faster tech that is a fast +1. And that will give you an edge on pushing out earlier with +1. That will destroy mute. That is pretty much easy. So anytime you spawn it on a position where you can do a tight wall, good Terrans tend to do this build order where they can simply wall and go straight to +1. So
You have to be really good to do this?
No, not exactly, but I don't know. I think it's a very safe build order. I would recommend it to anyone from any MMR.
Yeah, nobody plays Terran.
Yeah, wonder why.
It's a very difficult race.
Yeah, you age 4 years every month you play Terran.
Depression, baldness, erectile dysfunction, you name it.
Everything that combined.
Someone once said Terran players play very honorably. I think what they meant is like, no cheese. And I was just wondering if they can actually cheese. And someone said BBS, but I'm not convinced that's a very effective
Well,
cheese.
it is, but it's throwing the dice. If you play TBC, you are gambling, then he's going to make a 12 hatch. If he makes a 12 hatch, you won the game. If he doesn't, you lost.
Like,
So
I feel like
pretty
Protoss cheese or whatever is much stronger than Terran cheese.
Well, yeah.
And is Zerg cheese stronger than Terran cheese?
Yeah, everything.
Well, they're
searches.
not really noble. They just don't have any cheese options.
No, because it
sounds
sucks.
like
You have to.
I'm just kidding.
Any even a semi-pro Terran player told me, Terran, you have to defend yourself, and then try to win. You have to defend yourself, and it's true. You play to defend and to not die, and then you have an edge.
What kind of race is this that you play? Defend yourself and don't die?
Yeah, because you cannot, you don't have valid options to be really aggressive.
You're a really aggressive guy, so it's very interesting you chose Terran.
Yeah.
And by aggressive guy, I mean you're in martial arts. You break people's thumbs.
More than that. But as I said, getting back to the game, he does a fast +1, as I told you before. And now he will add, I believe, another. He will have 4 racks in total.
Terroru, like 460 APM. He's really going at it this game.
See, Pato knows what he's going to do. So,
got the scout.
ArtUser, yeah, but this is pretty standard. So ArtUser, he has a macro hatch that is not that standard, to be honest. But the third hatchery on the 3 o'clock position is standard enough. So what you have to do, or what it's advised to do, is to move out anytime you have a marine range. Because what you need to do is not to stay on your base and try to trade mutas for marines. So you cannot move before you have range, because your marines will die easily. So the recommended thing to do is to not spend too much minerals building too much turrets, and try to move out as much as you can. If you move out, you can save money of building turrets, because you can use that resources to, I don't know, make a faster factory. And if you trade marines for mutas, you will delay his tech. He will have to, if you kill any muta that you kill, he has to replace it. And each muta is 100 and 100. 100 minerals, 100 gas. So that means that either he will make his hydraulics den later, or he will not make the hive at the same time, and he will be forced to replace the mutas to keep fighting the marines. So that gives the Terran an edge to do not spend that much money in making turrets.
Shout out to Grail, who has joined the voice chat.
Hello, Grail.
So who's winning, Pato?
They are even. I don't think they have any of them has an advantage like right now. And I believe that if Terror does the same thing as the build that he done against Siki, I think he's trying to fight mutas to keep them outside his base, and he will start making 1 star for 1 factory to make an 11-minute push with 3 tanks.
Well, I was worried because his marines separated, but he joined up.
Well, but he's forcing sunkens. He, as you can see, he forced ArtUser to make 6 sunkens in total. So that's a lot of money and minerals spent in that. So Terror has to keep scanning to see if there is a full muta below there. If he's making a quick queen nest, or what is our friend doing. So it appears that there are no lurkers in production, that he will stick to a few muta play, and he will change either to Ultras or to Guardians. I will gamble that he will make Ultras, but I don't know. Because he's making too many Sunkens.
A lot of Marines and medics.
Well, they cannot attack because there are too many Sunkens.
You think so? Even 3 o'clock?
The ramp is difficult. He can attack if the mutas are on his base, like right now.
This must be very difficult to deal with as Terran. You got mutas attacking you, and if you stay home, you're just constantly fighting mutas, right? Endlessly, I guess?
Well, you will not be able to move out, and when you move out, you will have defilers and lurkers on your base. So you must go out. Just to force the Zerg to place Sunkens. And even though you cannot move out, you can trade Marines for Sunkens or for any other thing that is not so strong. So mutas just disappear when the Terran has irradiate. So ArtUser needs to change his tech into lurkers or ultras or defiler or something that gives him power to attack.
That was nice.
Yeah, but he stopped the muta production. That's why he placed too many Sunkens. But the bad thing about going SK Terran is that you cannot push, for example, the 1 o'clock expansion because there are too many Sunkens.
Oh man, he lost all his SCVs.
Yep. He's just ignoring the turret. And Terroru is trying to look if he can attack, but that many Sunkens makes his job impossible. So now he will try to force the 3 o'clock position, but there will be 2 lurkers morphing shortly there. Okay, no, never mind. So this can be easily defended with just 2 lurkers on the ramp. That's the cute part about Zerg. You can put 2 lurkers in the ramp and you won't be able to pass. Okay.
Wow.
Yep. So a little bit sloppy of ArtUser.
I bet this feels good after you lose your SCVs at the natural.
Well,
so many
yeah.
years.
We can say that they are even, but Terror needs to control the map and try to not let ArtUser get to his natural without him intercepting it. Because if he does so, he will be able to throw some Dark Swarms and he will be
you're right.
impossible.
Ultralist Tavern, my friends.
Yeah, too many Sunkens to. You can build like 3 lurkers and defend any expansion.
It sounds like you've died to Ultralist many times. That's why.
Well, it's pretty common when they spam Sunkens like that. It's because they are doing ultras. And our user made a mistake leaving too few Sunkens on the 3 o'clock position. If we will have 2 more Sunkens, I believe that Terror wouldn't be able to go up and kill the 3 o'clock hatchery. So now I think that our user is on his back foot, but he's still on the game. He can still win. That's the pretty thing about.
You think so?
Yeah, of
A
course.
good swarm or 2.
Yeah.
Maybe a plague. Oh, wow. That was close. Fire bats coming out?
Well, when you have Swarm, it's always good to have a couple of fire bats to fight the Lynx and to not make your Marines waste time trying to kill that immortal Lynx. So you can do a really nice trick to just borrow one lurker over the other. So if you see it, you will see only one lurker, but if you have 2 or 3, they can one-shot a Marine. And when you realize that there are more than one, and you try to move up the ramp, you will just die.
I guess
So,
Terran users just assume there's more than one sometimes.
yeah, and if you know the other player is good, you just don't steam and try to kill one lurker in the ramp, because when they see more than one spine going out that hole, you realize that you have been tricked, and you just suicide all your army.
Who's winning now, man? Terroru?
Well, Terroru has an advantage, but still doesn't.
He doesn't want to take a
didn't-
third?
Well, you need to macro up and you need to harass a lot, so.
That's what's interesting about TVZ to me. It reminds me of like really old school days where you just didn't expand that much. And I
Well,
see Terran on one expansion.
But that
the whole
happened because on the old days there wasn't Muta Micro, so Zerg basically tried to make like lurkers or try to push with less units, and the only way to kill an army was with Link Lurker, so it was easier for Terran to win the match. But now that you
Good
have
point.
Muta Micro, all the meta changed drastically. So Terror needs to avoid and try to kill the most number of hatcheries that he's able to. It was nice that he killed the Nidus, but 3 Ultras can deal with a lot.
Yeah, I'm
of Marines.
surprised about that.
Yeah, so he made a mistake. He has not enough lurkers on the ramp. So now I believe that expansion is dead. And,
Yeah, he lost his
now,
defiler. It's too bad.
Well, yeah. Yeah, now I can say for sure that Terror will win. ArtUser doesn't have any gas left.
Is this the end of 2?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a nice plague. Hey, man. He's just not dying.
Ultras with the armor upgrade and the filers
It's upgrades.
can destroy anything. Yeah.
Is TVZ really hard for you?
I think it's my worst matchup. It's a matchup where you have to be very fast. and
Back
you
in the
have-
day, wasn't that the best matchup for Terran, or am I wrong?
Yeah, it was.
I
pretty
feel
much
like
easy.
Zergi's died to Terran a lot. I think I even played off race sometimes.
because it was easier. Now with the the micro, it's really hard to play TBC because any good Zerg can mute a micro, and it's very hard to deal with that.
Ooh, a plague, a swarm.
Yeah, you have to use a lot of plague,
Jesus.
swarm. Even though you don't kill the Marines, you will just make their medics obsolete because they will have to heal every unit, and they would run out of energy.
This is a crazy game. Another plague. Oh, didn't get away, got the Defiler. Zerg is throwing away a few units. Seem necessary to me.
Yeah, you need to be very conscious about your units and trying to use them as best as possible.
I can't, like, Terroru, when I watch him, there's never one engagement where I'm like, did he need to do that? He seems to, like, be so calculated and on point all the time. It's really impressive.
Well, now he cannot kill that base because of the swarm, plague, and 4 ultras. So it doesn't matter that he have 3 groups of marines with upgrades. They will just die to that. So that's why it's really difficult. And you can see that he's running out of minerals on his natural.
He's got a lot of gas. He's got 2 starports. Excuse me, I guess he could be making more vessels and maybe make a 3rd one and just keep pumping out vessels.
Yeah.
Oh man, is he gonna lose 9 o'clock?
It looks so. Maybe ArtUser has done it and he's now.
Oh my god.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how Zurich won that one.
Yeah,
well.
the filers and ultra with upgrades are very hard. When the other player is fast and he can attack with with a little amount of units and still be able to beat a lot. I remember that I played one game like a long time ago and I got really mad because all the game I had like 3 times the other player's supply count, but I wasn't able to attack because he had the filers and lurkers all the time and it was impossible to move to push his bases because every time I tried to attack he just throw a swarm. So it was terrible for me. But that in that game I learned that it's not about having as much unit as I can. It's more about when to attack, your timing, being precise, trading. It's a complicated matchup.
All right. ArtUser's up 2-0 against Terroru. Phenomenal player. Next game is on Eclipse.
So again, this is a map where you can do the same strategy. You can close your entrance. You can wall off with 2 supplies and 1 Rex and make it link tight. So this is a very good option to play a good standard game and have a little bit of advantage.
ArtUser has played one show match before, which we have casted and streamed versus Grind Boss. He played Terran and Protoss, I believe. So he's pretty good with all the races, but his main is Zerg. And as you called it, Terroru is going to be making a depot. It is natural.
Yeah, so it's pretty common. So I think we are in the presence of greatness. On our own channel, the great and only Siki was online with us, but I think he left.
Hey, Siki!
I spooked him, I believe.
Hello, my friend. I don't know what time it is in Hungary. I thought it was...
Late.
Or very early?
There, he came back. Yay, he came back. No, he left.
He's probably saying what the hell's going on in our voice chat. We got an open cast. Everyone's welcome to pop in and say hello to cast. just hang out there and look at my screen share?
And if you want to talk, you're more than welcome. More if you are Siki.
Yeah, it would be cool to get him to say something, but I think he's a pretty private gentleman.
He started to stream, I believe. I started following him on Twitch. So maybe he will try to play more this season. Let's see. We have to wait and see.
Yeah, he better. He's in our Best of the Best tour.
Yeah. So again, ArtUser opened with a pull first build order, which is kind of bad because Terror did this wall where he can put one SCV there and block any link. So I don't think that this is the best build order for ArtUser. Terroru will stop these links pretty easily, and we have an expansion really fast.
Waste of links, you're saying?
Well, waste of workers. He will be forced. Okay, he's doing a really risky move. Now, ArtUser is gambling a lot.
Why?
I would. You cannot do that third hatchery on an expansion. That is very.
I mean, it looks like Terroru's gonna take a while to get his expansion up.
Well, if
no
the
time?
Terra moves out with Fast Academy, he can auto die.
Can you not make sunks at your natural and third?
Well, if the Terran doesn't find out about that expansion long enough, you can just put 3 Sunkens on each base and do a crazy Zerg style where you move straight forward to Ultralisk. But again, you are very susceptible to timing pushes. So
what does it mean when you get an eBay before your academy? Or is that always the case?
No, we call it 4 racks plus 1 and 4 racks. There's no I don't believe that there's a name for that. So yeah, Terror is doing the same build order than last game, and our user play a little bit greedier with that third hatchery over there. So we have to wait and see if Terror realizes this and understand that the lair is very late, and maybe he will try to move out fast and push, or maybe he will play the same game as the second, but instead of doing 2 starports, he will make 3 tanks push.
Who do you think is gonna win this game, man?
Oh, curse. Oh, Mutus. It all depends if Terror does some damage like right now. If not, I think our user will be in a very good position. Because all the disadvantage that he had for building a pull first build order, he will gain it back with this eco bust that is throwing a third hatchery on your third. So Terror is in trouble. Our user he scanned the natural and saw the den, so maybe he's expecting a lurker link all in. That's why he made a bunker down there to avoid any lurker harass. And I think he doesn't suspect any greedy play from this Zerg.
I want to apologize to Benevolent Bear, who apparently donated to us with cheers. I'm sorry, I'm very new to streaming and I didn't realize that. Thank you, Nemu, for pointing that out. Big thanks to Benevolent Bear. Hopefully you can join and cast a game with us or say hello. Terroru moving out on the map, going in a very weird direction.
Well, you can move in that direction because the Overlord is always on the middle of the map. So he wants to avoid being spotted. So it's kind of smart of him.
Well, you better
But
get
now
his 3 medics.
Well, now there's too much, I think there's too much sunkens on each base, so I'm not sure that he will be able to break in any of those locations.
Is there a rule how many sunkens you need per, like, marine?
It's one per medic.
Like, how do you know you can bust or not? 3 sunkens, 4 sunkens.
Well, if I have I have at least 3 medics. One medic, I count 1 medic per sunken.
So then how many marines per medic?
You have to have like 7, 8 marines per 2 medics at least. To kill sunkens. But if the other side has mutas, you have to add that at the equation. So yep, Terroru, I think he's going to do a timing push, which I believe will be very strong against ArtUser.
So ArtUser got away with his expansion, basically, right?
Yeah, but he also made a lot of sunken, so his tech will be delayed a little bit. And please take notice that it's 9 minutes from the game, and Terroru hasn't received any damage of any kind. Just now, mutas are flying down to his base, but there's still not one attack. He didn't kill one SCV, so Terroru is feeling pretty much comfortable in this position because now he has a really cool mass of marine mass, and he's getting ready to push out.
He's got no turrets in his name though, huh?
Well, Terroru did.
Oh, he does. I'm sorry.
Terroru does make a lot of turrets, more than he should, I believe. But it's all about styles. So yeah, he's going to use this time where the Zerg is attacking his main just to push out and to move through the map freely.
This sucks, man. You lose all your SCVs. You're down to basically one mining base.
Yeah, welcome to the Terran experience. This is.
And then you're forced to all in, and they basically just make 1 million sunkens and bleed you out.
Well, the sunkens are to
buy time, don't they?
Yeah, to buy some time. But the fighters won't be on the map until the 12th minute, usually. So he had a small window where he can push out.
He didn't expect the filers to be out so early? I mean, he was scanning.
No.
He must have seen it, maybe.
Yeah, but I didn't believe that it was going to be ready at this exact moment. I thought he had one.
Oh my god.
Minute. What? Yeah.
Who is this ArtUser guy?
Well,
is that 3-0?
Yeah, it's a 3-0.
That's amazing. He made it look so easy. Terroru is an incredibly strong player.
Well, he just is really difficult to play against a player like ArtUser.